Hello everybody, welcome to another David ZIMALETA. Today, I'm here with Harley, my neighbor, and he's got a pickup truck that he wants to share the engine swap build. What kind of truck is this, Harvey?
What's going on, guys? It's actually a 1971 Ford F100. I got it from a friend of mine in the fire department. I give him $100 for it, and I drove it home.
Wow.
Whenever I brought it home, it had the original 302 in it with a 2-barrel carburetor on it. I tried to get that motor running right. It didn't do so good. I lost compression on 2 cylinders driving it home from work one day, and I wanted to continue to drive the truck because it's a cool old truck. It's like a rat rod. But it's like a rat rod. But I wanted modern conveniences. So the motor that you see in it now is a 91 Ford 302 fuel injected motor. I don't have any of the stuff on it because I just put it in, but it's going to be fuel injected. And I have everything over there, the wiring harness and everything.
So the wiring harness sitting back there.
Yep.
It came actually out of that car. We'll probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Just in a little bit. One of the cool things about Harley's build is that he's actually using kind of like the same approach that I would actually use to putting in an engine. Have a donor car.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes everything so much easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly.
That's the big thing. The biggest aggravation on this thing is I'm going to have the drive shaft shortened, which I found a place in Monroe, North Carolina.
Are you going to shorten the drive shaft?
Got to shorten the drive
That's
shaft.
what I talked about recently. So you're just going to shorten it. You're going to have a place that's going to do it for you.
I'm going to have a place that's going to do it for me.
Awesome.
It's called Driveline Services in Monroe, North Carolina.
Awesome.
I know several people that's used them. They do good work. They're going to shorten it 4 inches for me. They're going to rebalance it. They're going to put new U-joints in it. And it's going to cost me, I think it was $120.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is like a good deal.
Yeah, and my thing is I could do it. I could cut it. I have a chop saw and a welder.
But they're going to balance it.
But they're going to balance it. So I'm not going to have the crazy vibrations and stuff.
Heck yeah.
You know.
I wonder if they could actually take the Sprinter drive shaft that I have and put like new U-joints.
Absolutely.
Rebuild them for that.
Absolutely. They do anything from 4-wheeler drive shafts to 18-wheeler drive shafts.
Harley, are you going to go there anytime soon?
I'm going to try to go Monday, I hope.
Okay, if I'm going to be home, I'd like to stop over there with you. And I'll probably like take a couple pieces of my drive shaft. That would be an interesting video because I was kind of hoping to find a drive shaft place that could actually reinvent the wheel with these drive shafts that I have because they're non-serviceable drive shafts.
Really?
Yeah, so that's going to be really interesting to find out from those guys if they could actually service those things.
Yeah, I mean, they do.
Because people have done it. I know people have done it in the past.
Yeah.
But you'll have to have the drive shaft type of place.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful looking engine.
Thank you.
So what kind of engine is this? This is a 5.0 engine?
Yep, this is a 5.0.
That is a powerful engine.
EFI. It's fuel injection, so I don't have to worry about a carburetor and all that stuff anymore.
Is this a V8?
Yeah, V8. Even though I just spent like $200 on a carburetor before I put this motor in, and I don't have to worry about none of that. I don't have to tune it or anything.
So it looks really nice with the way that you have all the paints and stuff, and you obviously did this yourself.
Yeah, I've done everything myself. Saturday, if I would have talked to you before then, you would have actually seen how I did it. I had this motor hanging by this engine hoist.
Oh yeah.
All right, and I couldn't find anywhere that made a lift plate for those motors to pick it up by the intake.
Wow, so you
I
kind of made one yourself?
Yeah, I made this so it bolts to the intake. It picks everything up level. But I had...
You're kind of like me. You just, if you need a part, just build it.
Yeah, I just make it.
That's what I do. A lot of stuff, like when you're messing with cars, you have to sort of like make your own tools and
Absolutely.
fabricate your own stuff. But this is a really cool truck. Well, like, what is your idea with this truck? Is it gonna be like a rat rod, or is it gonna be like some other thing?
It is going to be what I'm calling a comfortable, reliable rat rod. What I mean is, eventually I'm going to put the air conditioner back in here. It's going to be air conditioned. You're going to have air conditioner in the cab.
Nice.
So that'll be nice. I got the headers here. I got all my exhaust and all.
Where'd you get these headers from?
I got these from a swap meet in Mount Airy, North Carolina, at a place called 89 Speed Shop. As you can see right there, $45.
45 bucks.
$45. Everywhere.
Did somebody build those, or is that like a special brand or something?
I don't know what brand they are. They just had really thick flanges, and that's what I was looking for, because a lot of them are just little cheap, crappy flanges, and they warp and stuff after a while. But I wanted something with some thick flanges.
That actually looks really good. And is this like a 2.5 inch pipe, or is this like a
2
3
3/4?
2 3/4, because
2 3/4.
it looks almost like 3 inches.
Yep. But I'm going to get the wrap. I'm going to wrap them, so you won't see all that crap. But
so basically, you're gonna use original wiring. You're gonna use original speedometer. No. From the engine, the one that came with that engine.
Yeah.
You're gonna use that speedometer.
Yeah, it's still in the car.
So you're gonna make it work in there somehow. Like you're gonna try to like do some customizations.
All of this whole bezel comes out, and it unplugs. There's six little screws that hold it in. All of that'll come out.
You're gonna replace the dash as well.
I'm gonna leave the dash like it is.
Keep it classic.
Just keep it classic. I'm gonna rip all of that out. All of this. I got some metal over there. I'm gonna make a template and everything, and make my own dash panel basically.
Probably make it like out of fiberglass or something. Like
diamond plate, just like the floors.
Oh, the diamond plate, even better.
It's gonna be just like the floors.
Nice.
Like I said, this is just a rat rod.
I really like the idea, because it is definitely interesting to see what other do-it-yourselfers doing for engine swaps.
Make yourself a list of stuff. I got to get my drive shaft shortened. I got to get my shifter U-joints. I got to do my coolant system. Got to put the starter on headers. Make a list.
Heck yeah.
If you don't make a list, you'll forget. And I add stuff to this all the time.
Oh man, like that's actually a good reminder. And I see you got a list of like Ziploc bags.
Yeah. Organization. This is all the bolts and everything that goes to anything that was on that intake.
Nice.
It's got
See, I could imagine you have a lot of these bags.
There was a lot more, but now that the motor's starting to go in, the bags are disappearing. So that's a good thing.
You have plenty of room here.
Yeah.
In an engine bay, so the headers have plenty of space.
Well, this header hits the starter housing over here. So I'm gonna have to trim it down a little bit, and then
what are you gonna trim down?
The starter housing, where it goes.
Oh,
in.
really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shave a little bit off.
Okay.
And they call it dimpling on a header, which is basically hitting it with a hammer.
Really?
Dent it in a little bit and make it go by.
So are you gonna dent the actual starter housing?
No, the header. Right here on the header.
Oh, you're gonna dent the header a little bit. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, right here on the header where it hits. You can see right there where it rubbed the paint
So this is where the starter housing is hitting, right?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
So all I'll do is I'll just take my little ball peen hammer, ding it in a little bit, because it's very, very little.
Yes.
And it's not
just enough to cause it not to rub.
Yeah, just enough to get it off. And it's not like this motor is a Bugatti motor or a Ferrari motor.
You're right. Yeah.
Or something where that's going to matter about exhaust flow.
No, it's not.
This is an old Ford motor.
I really like what you're doing. I mean, you're pretty much giving this truck a second life.
Yeah. I don't drink, but something else that goes along with the rat rod thing. That's my coolant overflow tank.
Cool.
For the radiator and all.
Oh, that's that's actually a really interesting idea. Really interesting, like just to use like a bottle like that.
Yeah, this was just a
really cool. It's gonna be a good conversation piece.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go like to car meets and
It's
stuff.
just a whiskey bottle.
Uh-huh.
And then this is a pipe hanger that you hang pipe with, you know, up in the ceiling conduit or whatever. And,
So that's just an radiator overflow tank.
Yeah, that's all it
Really
is.
cool. I've seen on some cars they don't have an overflow tank. They just sort of have like that line. They just runs.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything just leaks out.
I don't want somebody to walk up and go,
He's like, well,
"Look at
it's
this piece of
leaking.
crap. It's dripping on the ground." You know.
I hear you. That's why it's really cool. It's got a catch can.
And even though it looks like crap,
I'm so impressed with the way the engine looks.
Well, thank
I can't believe like you done a lot of work to it. You had to obviously disassemble so much just to paint everything and
it
stuff.
was so aggravating.
I bet.
But I mean,
So
none of this will be used. I haven't.
so this is a 71 Ford F-150, as you said.
F100.
F100. F100.
F100.
I never heard such a thing. This engine just pretty much directly fit the motor mounts. They actually was in the perfect place.
Yep, they work perfect.
Obviously, this is an original transmission,
Yep, for the motor.
and the shifter, the original shifter was on a steering wheel, and you're not gonna use that system. You're gonna use a different type of setup.
I'm gonna go with a B&M. What is it? B&M Quick-Matic, I think's the name of it.
Is that like a custom, like a shifter type of thing, or
Yeah,
just some other?
it's basically a bolt-in the floor. You cut a hole in the floor about that big, and everything will bolt up through it. And you can put it wherever you need to on the floor and get it, you know, comfortable for you.
Is it going to be difficult to try to change it over from the actual steering column to that system, or is it the connections are going to be like very similar?
It's all cable driven.
Just
Everything's on a cable.
So basically, just drill a hole, use a different shifter, connect some cables.
Yep. Drill a hole. The aggravatingest thing will be these have what they call a kickdown lever. And basically, whenever you floor it, it'll kick it down and it'll drop it back from overdrive to like drive or whatever, and just give you that passing gear.
Nice.
So that's aggravating to get all of that right, you know.
So the original engine was a 302.
Yep.
Did you say it was a 3-speed?
Yep. It was a 3-speed on the column. It's still got the original column shifter.
So
in
is
it.
this engine 3-speed?
This engine actually has a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission.
So it's going to be 4-speed now, but it used to be 3-speed.
Used to be 3-speed.
Was that
manual.
automatic or was it a manual?
Manual. 302.
302, is that the same as a Mustang engine?
Yep.
Like those 1965s had a 302?
Yep. Same motors. A lot of the difference in the motors between the trucks and the Mustangs and stuff have a lot to do with the heads and like the crank and the cam, and a lot of your internal stuff is what's different, because the trucks obviously used as a truck. You know, people back then didn't care about going fast in a truck. You bought a truck in 1971, you needed a truck.
But the 302 would probably go fast, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. Whenever this motor was in that car, that car I think weighs close to 4,000 pounds.
Sure.
And when this motor was in that car, oh man, it would smoke the tires. And
really?
It would go to be such a big car.
Yeah, because I mean, this is a big engine here. But this pickup truck, do you know what it's going to weigh with this engine and everything?
I don't know exact numbers, but if I had to ballpark it, I would say somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about 2,500 pounds, give or take a little bit.
Is this a truck that you would consider like a short bed?
Yep, this is a short bed.
So this is like the really popular type of body style. Why is the short bed so popular?
Because of the wheelbase. It looks more streamlined. It's more compact.
Because I mean, everybody wants a short bed.
Yeah, well, you got an extra 2 or 3 foot of bed back there. It just looks ugly because everything's more proportionate.
So obviously, with the short bed, you could make more of a race truck out of it. I guess.
I've lowered it 2 inches as of right now. I put 1993 Ford Explorer coilover springs on the front.
Really?
And that lowered the front 2 inches, and I lowered the back 2 inches with just.
It looks
drop
good.
circles.
Looks really good with the way it's lowered, actually.
I don't like trucks that sit on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
And the reason being, just like Monday.
I mean, it's a pickup truck.
Yeah,
I mean, you do
I still
want
to use it as a truck.
Yeah, you do want to go over some bumps in the road.
Yeah. If I go to a swap meet and I find another engine or another motorcycle or whatever, I can throw it in the bed and take off. You know,
Heck yeah.
it's still be used as a truck. You know?
Harley, I heard there's like a racetrack down here. Like, is there one over here in Lancaster? Like, or somewhere close?
Yeah.
Is there like a racetrack or like man, like the one you just go straight, like
drag strip.
Drag strip, yeah.
There's one in Pageland, South Carolina, which is it's like 45 minutes from here.
45 minutes.
Yeah, there's one in Pageland. It's more of a, I guess you call it mom and pop style.
Really?
It's a lot mainly local guys.
How much does it cost to try to go there? Like, how does it work? I actually never been.
Well, if you go to the drag strip, you can go and you can get in. And I think it's, oh man, I haven't been in years, but it was like $10 a person to get in, and you can sit in the stands and you can watch. Or
can you race your own?
Yeah,
$10 and you could just.
I think it's $20 if you want to race your own, but that's as many times as you want to run it though. You can keep running. That is
really cool. I want to actually do some stuff like that. Believe it or not, I actually would like to, like build some kind of like race cars just to.
Absolutely, man.
It just to me it's fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
And Pageland's great. We also have Z-Max Dragway in Charlotte, which they don't just really.
Oh, Z-Max in Charlotte. Yeah.
That's more the big guys, the top fuel guys, you know.
Yeah, if you don't have a NASCAR, it probably shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, if you can't afford a NASCAR, you don't need to go there and try to run. But
do we have anything down here? Because I've heard we have some kind of like a racetrack down here. I don't know. If
it's not a drag strip. We have there's Lancaster Motor Speedway, which is a dirt track for.
That's what I heard. It was like a dirt track.
Yep,
What is it for? Like a rally racing or something?
It's kind of like it's where you get your feet wet for NASCAR. Basically, that's where a lot of the NASCAR guys started out at is dirt track.
Really?
And it's a half-mile track. They say it's the fastest dirt track in the Southeast.
Really?
Yep. It's right here in Lancaster.
Half a mile. So it's a half a mile. So is it a drag strip?
It's a circle track. It's a circle.
Just half a mile. Just go in circles.
Just in a circle. Turn left.
I've seen one. I actually passed. I don't know if it's the same one. It was actually kind of going to the right.
521. It's up off of 521.
Really?
Yep.
That is interesting. Do they let anybody just go in circles down there?
No. You have to have a dirt track car, but they have several different classes you can do. They have everything from.
Can you take an SUV down there with a 4-wheel drive?
No. No, you'll get in trouble if you go out there and do stupid stuff on it. But it's.
But like not stupid stuff, but like if SUVs kind of like for the most part meant to go in the dirt,
Yeah, well, it's a sport actually. The dirt track is. Now we do have places where you can go and take your SUV and go off road.
Really?
There's a few places around. But as far as the dirt track goes,
because I would like to do something with the Nissan Rogue. Because I have 2 Nissan Rogues,
Yeah.
Bought one for parts. It wasn't running. I got it to run. So I'm thinking I could probably make turn it into like a Jeep or something.
Yeah.
Because man, these things will just go off road like crazy.
Yeah.
Like they're so good off road.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I know, like I like to hop off topics and stuff, but this truck is a very interesting build to me because I always am interested, like how is somebody gonna do theirs, because I think a lot of times when you do like an engine swap, you're trying to make all the electronics and components in the original to work with a new engine, and to me, that is so mind-boggling. Like I don't know how they make that work.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of stuff like.
But with yours, you're keeping it original. Original, its own computers. That's because you're gonna use its own wiring harness. This means this truck is gonna. It can potentially have ABS.
Absolutely.
Which it doesn't have right now. It can have AC. You could have a CD player in it, probably original stuff if it had one in there.
But
you could install one, I guess.
Like all of this, all your external. Regulators and all that stuff. All of this I'm not using. This will all be gone and cleaned up.
Yep.
And
how long you started this project?
I've been working steady on it since about January.
Since January?
But as you know,
that's not like too long.
well, it's rained.
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy.
And right here is a river whenever it rains heavy.
I believe you. I believe you.
But as far as like doing your own thing and all, like I said, I'm going rat rod. People they can't be scared to worry about what other people think about it.
Exactly.
The thing is, go out there, get your hands dirty, build it safe. Number one, build it safe, and build it to the way you like it. That's my battery box.
Oh, you built this?
Yeah. This is just
gas pipe.
This is gas pipe. I'm just going with the rat rod. I don't care.
I like it.
You know, yeah.
I like what you did.
You know.
I mean, a lot of these battery boxes, they're all rotted out. You have diamond plate here. You got this is not gonna rot out anytime soon.
You know.
It's probably safest battery box I've seen.
Well, and I don't have the hold downs yet, but I got a way I'm gonna hold the battery down.
Yeah, you can, because you could have those metal things that go over top and hook in somewhere.
They're in there somewhere.
Yeah, of course. It's a pretty standard way of doing it. Did you run these lines over here yourself? This is like a heating lines or something?
No, these were in the truck whenever I bought it.
What do they do? Where these things run to?
They're the heater core.
The heater core. Okay, so I am right.
Yep, you're right.
So they actually had heating in there.
Yeah, the heat worked.
I'm surprised.
The heat worked. It would actually run you out of it whenever I got it. Yeah.
That is actually surprising, because I'm thinking, did you put that in there because it looks original, like and the piping look like nice and fresh?
Well, there's the old one there. They never pulled it out, and I just haven't did it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They never. Whoever
So did you update it or something? Because these things they look actually in pretty good shape.
These are just good stuff. These are Gates hoses. Gates is.
Man, my hands are freezing.
It is not that cold out here.
I feel like
you're from Russia, and I've been born here my whole life, and I'm out here in
I know, like
no sleeves.
I can't believe it snowed today still, and you actually captured that on camera, like it just snowed.
That's crazy. That's the great thing about South Carolina.
Yeah.
It was 75 degrees Saturday.
It's like snowed in April.
And Tuesday is snowing.
Can't believe it. Like, it was such a good weather here. Like, I actually went to the beach and stuff and enjoyed ourselves. I mean, I didn't swim. Yeah. My kids did.
Yeah.
They saw at the pool.
They would enjoy it with the Canadians.
Yeah.
The Canadians come down right now and swim.
How long did it take you to put this engine in there? Just did it in like a Saturday or something?
I actually set it in a Saturday by myself.
So did you already have everything on it, or you just did everything on Saturday? Kind of like mounted everything, to the engine and then stick it in here?
No, whenever I pulled the motor originally, I pulled it using exhaust studs, and I left the intake on and the valve covers and all that, because I wasn't sure of how to take all that off. So I pulled it, and then I wanted to redo the intake and paint it and everything and freshen it up. So when I pulled the intake off, I have a lift block that's actually supposed to be for pulling motors. Well, none of the bolt holes would line up.
Yep.
And that's the store-bought one. So I just left it hanging up, and I made that one.
Yep.
And that way I could put it back in level and all.
So did you install this thing after you installed the engine? Because obviously it would be in a way if you were installing
whenever I put it in, you can see whenever I was taking it out where the chain slipped and broke the plug for the
trigger. Really? It slipped, actually?
Yep, the chain slipped. But it didn't hurt the prongs or anything.
Yeah, it still looks good. You just have a little bit of plastic broken.
Yeah.
Very common. On sprinters, a lot of this stuff breaks too.
Oh, man. It gets dry and brittle.
So how much is this project going to cost you? Do you know?
If you don't count the money that I put into the other motor, which a lot of that I'll be able to reuse on my camper that we looked at earlier.
Yes.
Just in this right now, I'm into it about $600.
That's like nothing.
Yeah. And like what we talked about, it's going to cost me another $120 or whatever for the drive shaft. These are brand new wheels and tires, which they're dirty because they weren't.
They actually look really good. I like how these tires look. They look like they should be like on a pickup truck. They look aggressive. I like it.
$200 is what I give for the wheels and the tires.
What?
And
That's
those
a
are
really
brand
good
new
deal.
tires.
Yes, that is actually a really good deal. I don't know how you get it so cheap.
Craigslist,
really?
Craigslist, man. Yep.
Well, I guess that's about it when it comes to this engine. I'm gonna try to make an update whenever you're doing some other stuff to it. But like, what do you think as far as the time goes? It's gonna take you to complete it. Like,
well, I really want to have the motor. I really want to try to have the motor fired and running, maybe in the next week or two.
really,
Yeah.
you're doing it really fast.
You know,
There's
well,
a lot of guys they really stretch these things out. Like you're really working fast at it.
I want to drive it.
Now I know why.
You know, I want to drive it. You know, I'm ready to. I mean, it's something I've always wanted to build. I had a 91 S10 standard cab. I built it all shiny and pretty and with the rally wheels and all that. And I had a 78 CJ5 Jeep. So I've built 4-wheel drives. I built the camper up there. I've built everything else except a rat rod. You know, and I wanted to build a rat rod.
Harley, it sounds like you know a lot about Fords, and obviously this is a Ford engine in here as well. The 302 that came out of it. What is the difference between a 289 and a 302 engine? Do you know the difference? Because I had a Mustang. It's supposed to have I don't know much about Fords, but I had a 1965 Mustang. It was a coupe. It's supposed to be a 289.
Yeah.
But somebody said, like, when they, when I got it, they said it's a 302 now. They did something to the engine to make it 302, and I don't know what that is.
Well,
is it possible, like, without swapping an engine to turn it?
No.
302?
No, but now the displacement of your pistons and all that is what your main differences and stuff are.
So it's the CCs?
Yeah, it's just the size of your combustion chambers and all that, or the actual size of the piston and everything. The strokes are different as far as how long the stroke is and everything, but you can take like 289 heads,
yes,
and put them on a 302.
That's what they said they did.
Yeah,
but to me, I don't know what it was.
What that does is that increases. I think I'm saying it right. That increases your compression ratios.
So it's just a head, but a block is a 289, but the head is a 302. Yeah. But now you could put bigger pistons in there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the 302 pistons, they're bigger, obviously, than a 289.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can take the 289
because
heads.
that thing would spin tires, man. I'm telling you, like that, like even if it did not rain or not, like you lightly tap on the gas and it just would spin.
Yeah.
And I had big tires in the back too. They were wide. They almost was like slicks, but they wasn't. But anyways, thank you for sharing, with us about your build. I'm gonna include the Harley's channel as well, because he's gonna be probably putting some stuff on his channel.
Yeah, it's a disaster. I'm sorry.
With your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I put like 4 or 5 videos up, and you'll see they're 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, that's nothing. It takes a while sometimes. When I'll tell you something, when I actually started the YouTube channel, it was like 2013.
Yeah.
I posted a couple videos. That's it.
Yeah.
And then just in 2015, I looked at those videos, had like 15,000 views each.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I should put up more videos.
Yeah. Well.
So it just takes a while for to get some views.
I don't know how to tag stuff. I don't know how to do all that, but
I'll teach you.
I'm willing to learn.
I'll teach you.
But it's they're not edited.
It's fine. I think people like original stuff better.
It's just
like
me
this
talking.
video's not gonna be edited.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
me
just gonna
talking
put 2
like
clips together. That's it. I think a lot of times, especially do-it-yourselfers, I mean, they're not trying to watch a Hollywood film.
No.
They want to see a do-it-yourselfer just tell what he did with his truck. And obviously, you put a 5-liter engine in here. Yeah, like a V8 engine. It was a V8, but you put a V8 in here that's fuel injected now versus it being carbureted, which gives you a little bit more options.
Yeah.
And obviously you had it and you used it.
Yeah.
Did you specially buy that car that you have, or you already had that car?
No, that car. The little quick story is, I lost compression on the original motor.
Right.
So I wanted to keep the truck. I was going to put a Chevrolet 350 in it, as I was telling you earlier, because 350s are everywhere. Parts are cheap.
Yep.
But I'm also a purist at heart, and I believe, even though I like Chevrolets more than I do Fords, It's just I have more Fords right now than Chevrolets, but there's a whole nother story behind all that. Anyway,
I actually, you're not gonna believe this, but my audience is probably not gonna know that I'm more of an Audi guy than a Mercedes.
Yeah.
But I'm dealing with nothing but Mercedes, and you would think that would be Mercedes is all I deal with. Audis is what I started with, and Volkswagens.
Well, that Ford was given to me up there, the camper.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can actually see it. It's actually inside of that garage, I guess.
I give $100 for this one, and then I lost compression on the motor, and I was scrambling trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted to put another motor in it. I wanted to drive it. I was going to rebuild the original motor.
Right.
Well, the way I wanted to rebuild it and have it machined and all, I was looking at like $1,300.
Yeah, easily.
As far as to have it machined and everything. A friend of ours, a family friend, told me, he said, man, look, I got this car. It's sitting in an old warehouse. Some kids have knocked the windows out of it. And I knew the car because he actually bought the car for his mom. And he drove it for a while. And he parked it because his mom got sick and everything. And he took tags and insurance and all of it, and it sat, and some kids knocked the windows out of it. So it's just sitting there with rain coming in and everything. And he said, man,
the engine's good.
Yeah. He said, if you want it for the motor, he said, just go get it.
Really?
Yeah. He said, just go get it. So we took the car dolly, and we were going to go get it on the car dolly and just tow it back here.
Right.
Well, we couldn't find the keys and a whole bunch of other things. So I ended up having to call a friend of mine with a rollback. So he come and got it, and it sat right over there for a little while.
You can't even see it now because it's getting so dark so quick.
But it sat right there for a while. And
what kind of Ford is that?
That's a 91 Ford LTD Crown Victoria.
Oh, Crown Vic.
That's the first year of the Crown Vic.
Wow.
You know.
Well, Crown Vics. I mean, cops use them for a reason, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be pretty upgraded.
Yeah. Well, a cool thing about these trucks is like the 2004s and like right around that area, Crown Vics. You can literally take the whole front suspension out from under the car.
Right.
And
with the tires and all?
With the tires, motor, transmission, everything. And then take all your suspension out from under these.
Roll it
two
underneath.
holes, roll it underneath it, and bolt it back in.
See, I like that. Like, I'm actually thinking there might be some projects that I'll do, and I'll do just that.
Yeah,
I mean, like, why haven't you like mess with it? Because that's the way the modern cars are made.
Yeah.
You would have that engine assembly, just lower the car on top of it.
Just lower the car on top of it, absolutely.
Yeah. So you have to actually stick an engine through the top on this one, obviously.
Yeah, I just stuck it in like you normally would.
But I still have plenty to learn. I don't know which cars you have to stick it to the top, which one's to the bottom. It still confuses me a little bit. But
most of your old American from the top.
But the way you learn is just by doing it.
That's it, man. I didn't have a clue what I was doing when I started this. I mean, I had the general basics.
Yeah, you have to kind of like love what you do, and obviously, you know, you like having a rat rod, and you end up fixing it. Work with what you got.
If your hands don't look like this,
yeah.
Whenever you go outside and do something, which they're clean right now, believe it or not, you're not trying.
Yeah.
If you have an idea, just do it. You know, don't worry about what other people say. Just do it.
Yep. Well, I really like what you're doing, however, and I'm gonna try to update my channel with your build, because this is interesting. It's a lot of stuff that I'll be doing on my channel as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I have one Ford. I actually have a couple Chryslers.
Yeah.
I mean, I just buy stuff. It's a good deal. I buy it.
Yeah, that's me.
And I'm thinking I could use this and that for something else.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, you have to have time. But with you want a couple jobs.
Yeah.
I can't believe you find time to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I have a full-time job. I'm a volunteer firefighter. And I help a buddy of mine on the side do heat and air every once in a while.
That is awesome. So do you actually know how to do heating and air?
I know just enough to be dangerous. Duct work, I'm your man at running duct work. I can run duct work.
Probably have a funny laugh, but I heard that before somewhere. And I know just enough to be dangerous. That's nice.
I can make one phone call though, and Lonnie will be here, and whatever it is, Lonnie can fix it like that, man. He's
you actually know somebody that locally that does it. Awesome.
Yes, sir. He's good. He's fair. And
I'll talk to you off camera about that, because I need to find a HVAC guy. I actually know somebody that's really good.
Yeah.
But obviously doesn't live that close.
No, Lonnie lives here.
Yeah.
You know, I work with him every day at work, and Lonnie just kind of he does it to help people out and make a little extra money.
Yeah, that's because that's the way I am. You know, I just like to. I do a lot of stuff myself. If I could do that myself, I actually can do it myself, but I'm not licensed, so I'm not gonna try to mess with it.
Hey,
So.
you know.
But thank you so much, Harvey, for sharing the story with us. This video surprisingly is not long.
Really?
It's only 34 minutes.
Ain't bad.
But that's not bad actually. I have some videos that are much longer than that. But I really like what you're doing here, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna find this thing to be really interesting, because you're obviously short on time. I mean, you work a lot, and you can actually do this on the spare time that you do have. And man, I can't see this thing driving. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a couple hours a day. You know, if that.
Obviously, you're a hard worker.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be. If you want anything in life, you got to work hard. You know, you got to get out there. You got to bust your tail. You got to make some money. You got to make good investments on stuff. Because trust me, I've blowed a lot more money than I could have probably had this truck completely redone original. All the money I've blowed on stupid crap over the years.
I'm the same way, but at least you had fun doing it. You only live once.
You know, absolutely, absolutely, man. I mean, hey, I don't regret nothing.
Yeah, I know. I've made some of my stuff that I buy, I justify it, but somebody probably not do the same way.
I didn't even tell Jamie I was going to buy this thing. I said, baby, I'm going to go into the fire department, and I'll be back in a little while. And like 2 hours later, I come pulling up in this
But
thing.
I can't believe, like, this is actually, you actually got a really good deal on this thing. I don't think these things, you can't get them really for like $100. And if my viewers are watching this, like, what do you guys think? Because I don't think you could really find a short bed, rat rod or not, like $100 for the whole thing. You must have had a friend that sold it to you.
I did.
Because that's like a really good deal.
It was a friend of mine in the fire department. We were actually, it's going to sound bad, we were actually at a car fire one night. And we got talking about just cars and stuff in general. And he's like you, he has a lot of cars. Just all kinds of different things. Well, he decided he was going to start getting rid of some. So I asked him, I was like, you know, well, what do you got for sale? And he's like, oh, I got Expedition and a Chevy Cobalt and a minivan. And well, none of those strike my fancy.
I'm just thinking, I hope my neighbors are not going to be like, well, my neighbors are really good. I'm actually glad that we live here kind of like in a country, I guess, county, whatever. And there's not too many stringent rules as far as that goes, which is good. And my neighbors are happy. They're left alone. I'm happy I'm left alone.
That's it, man.
I mean, and pretty much everybody knows everybody here, kind of.
I've lived right here, like I've told you, in this same house for 23 years.
Yeah.
I bought it from my dad, and I've been right here, and there's no BS that goes on out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you just help your neighbor.
Yeah.
You know, look out for them and mind your business, and life's great out here.
Yeah, it is. It's actually, I actually really enjoy it down here.
Yeah.
I really love it.
There's a lot of good people out here. You know, you've lived here for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you until the other day. You know, but I mean.
And it's kind of funny. It took YouTube for you to actually find me.
YouTube, you know.
You're looking to paint your RV.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
And then my video pops up. Like, out of all the videos on YouTube, I pop up. Like, it's like, what? You know. But that's kind of good because if you kind of look at it, like, YouTube, even though there's a lot of people, like the actual community of people that's consistently putting out videos, there's not that many people.
Absolutely.
I literally heard from some of the YouTubers, like, you have to be crazy to put videos out every single day. Well, I'm not crazy, but I'm a hard worker. I'm going to put a video out every single day. That's, to me, it's like a law.
Yeah.
I have to follow, like I have to have a video every day. If I don't, I'm thinking I didn't do something right today.
That means you're slacking.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm thinking I'm slacking, but I'm thinking at the same time, I'm like so busy doing all this other stuff, but it feels like I'm slacking. Yeah. I didn't make a video today, you know? Yeah. So today, Harvey, thank you for making a video happen.
Absolutely, buddy.
I appreciate it. So there's going to be more videos to come. You can see, like, my hands are like, it's like giving up. Thank you for watching, guys. I mean, I'm like such a wuss to cold. I know Mason's watching me right now. He's like, no, Serge, this is not cold. You don't know what's going on because he lives in Canada and it's freezing down there.
Maybe I got Canadian in me.
I'm a Southern Russian boy.
Yeah.
I know you said you were gonna teach me some Southern so I could have a little bit more followers
I'm
on my
gonna teach
channel.
you some redneck.
But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, please hit a like. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you see a link to Harvey's channel, which it might happen right away or might not be, like, you know, but if he provides it to me right away, I'm gonna link it down in the description. Please subscribe to his channel because it's really tough to get subscribers because there's millions of videos.
Absolutely.
How are you supposed to have somebody land on your channel?
Exactly.
That's so tough.
Well, the thing is I don't have many videos, but I didn't have anybody to teach me this stuff.
I know.
I just grabbed a camera one day, started talking into it, and I did like 5 videos, and I didn't have many views, so I was just like,
And it's so disappointing. I remember when I started out, it was I made a lot of videos. Not only that, like I actually put in so much time, like nobody was watching, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go to work because I gotta make a video today. It's like seriously, that's the way I was like saying it. And then I didn't actually make money because I wasn't making money off YouTube or off my work.
Yeah.
You know, but I was so committed, and I still am. But now, you know.
well, hey, I got you here now. You know how to do this stuff. If you're willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn. So
Well,
maybe I'll start putting videos back
I'm
up
trying to
again.
learn myself because that's why I'm like trying to see like what Harvey's doing with his, and it was really interesting to me. Like, what's he gonna do like for the engine swap? Is it gonna be like kind of like similar mindset that I'm doing? And I'm kind of like happy to see somebody else thinking the way I am doing
man.
it, because you're just using a donor car and just putting all the guts in it.
Absolutely.
Which is, I think, this might be the most efficient way of doing it. Like if you're talking about finances, because it's not going to cost you extra money. Like everything you need, you could go pull off that other car, and you could test fit on here instead of like thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to use an engine from that car. Oh, now we need a transmission. Oh, we need a transmission mount plate. Oh, that's going to be different. You know, and you keep going back and forth. Which you took original engine, original transmission, original drive shaft.
Well, it's the original drive shaft for the
But
truck.
you gotta shorten it.
Yep, I gotta have it shortened.
Yeah, from the original drive shaft from the truck, you're gonna shorten it, and then you're gonna make all that work. I really like that. To me, that makes sense. I'm really interested to find out how's the engine gonna actually behave with all the electronics, because you're probably not gonna have ABS right away.
No.
So I wonder how that ABS is gonna affect anything. If it's gonna put you in limp mode or not. Because if it doesn't, then it's fine.
Well, the great thing about that old car over there, all of that was, I don't believe all of that was tied in to it.
Maybe not.
They just had, you know, it had smog pump and all that crap on it, which.
Because you said it's 1991, right?
91.
So maybe at that time, the ABS stuff was not
from everything I've
that big of a deal.
From everything I've read, the computer only controls the motor.
Oh, so it wasn't controlling ABS.
I'm pretty sure all the ABS crap was on a separate computer or whatever.
You're right, because I mean, I don't know much what happened like in 1991.
Yeah.
Because don't they say like 1996 and up has the OBD2 readers?
Yep.
Did this have an OBD2 reader?
This had nothing.
That means you're not having to deal with all this extra computer crap.
Yep.
So it might be like a little bit more lenient towards any kind of upgrades, modifications and stuff.
The biggest aggravation, and I know it sounds weird, but I'm actually going to put the O2 sensors and stuff back in the exhaust.
Sure.
Just so it can, you know, have the right fuel ratio.
Well, yeah, because that's important.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't, all that other stuff, the smog pump
but
and all that.
But there's no OBD2 reader.
No, I don't have to have all that.
That means it's not gonna like actually give you like all this extra crap. Like, but I wonder like what are you gonna do though? Like I mean, check engine comes on for O2 sensor. How are you supposed to know if it's O2 sensor if you can't read it?
I don't know. I don't even. It didn't
Guys,
even
if
have
you
a
know,
diagnostic
let me
port.
know, because to me, like, I mean, 1991 is like not that far away, and it's like if cars didn't have you know, till 1996, those OBD2 readers, how are you supposed to tell like what's wrong with the car?
I don't even remember.
Maybe it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
I'm gonna say good thing.
Probably a good thing,
I'm gonna say
because
good thing.
that means you could still work on your own vehicle. You don't have to have all your special computer knowledge, and now everything's computerized.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, I don't even remember seeing the diagnostic port to plug anything up into it.
No, because it's 1991.
So,
But anyways, guys, I always like to stretch these videos out, you know, so you guys watch, you know, as much as possible. I'm kidding. I always like to talk, obviously, and I like to fit as much as we can with this type of information, because I still ask questions every day of like all these different stuff. That's how I learn. Ask questions.
That's how I learn.
And just do it, basically, you know. And
Ask
keep sharing,
questions. Get out there and do it.
you know, with you guys, obviously. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and God bless you.
My name is Serge ZIMALETA. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.